Hello, you lovely, wonderful people. I am an avid gamer, as you probably noticed by now. But the more I look for games that have all my favorite things in them, the more I see people online complaining about those things I enjoy. So I thought it would be fun to make this video and talk about the things I love to have in a video game that other people oddly do not. Number one, and this is a big one if you've been following me for a while, fishing. I have gone on long rants about fishing in games quite a few times on the channel. Ever since I first played Ocarina of Time and spent hours in the fishing hole, I was hooked. But seriously, when I was done with the game, I could still spend hours just enjoying the fishing in that game, and it was amazing to little me. Eventually, Twilight Princess came out, and I ended up with over 600 hours in one save file, which at least half of that was probably just spent enjoying the fishing. It is so relaxing for me, and it really makes me happy. The atmosphere and the music really helps me get immersed in the calm of the activity. But when I looked up stuff about it online, it was just people bitching about filling the fishing journal as if that was required and not completely optional. With some people even saying they wanted it removed from the game entirely. This breaks my heart because when Breath of the Wild came out, I was excited to go fishing all across the open world of Hyrule. I had hoped they'd copy the fishing mechanics from other popular games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Final Fantasy 15, but there was nothing. No fishing rod, no relaxing activity to waste hours upon hours doing. I hoped with all my heart that they would add it to the sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, but of course, they didn't. Still no fishing rod. It would have worked so perfectly in a game like that, where you can actually cook and use fish as ingredients with various different fish with various different effects. Ah, wasted opportunity. But I guess it just wasn't popular enough for them to include. I wonder why other gamers don't seem to like fishing as much as I do. And seeing it being forgotten in more recent games really breaks my heart. Alright, I've ranted about fishing for long enough. Let's go on to number two, necromancy. This is kind of a weird one, but as many old time viewers know, I fell head over heels in love with necromancy in video games after playing Diablo 2 as a child, back on the old family computer. And the Wrath of the Lich King expansion a little later in life, but still when I was very small Coco. Back then, those games were new and fresh and cutting edge. Being able to summon your own swarms of undead was such a fascinating concept to me. But I feel like no game has really tried to bring back that same kind of system. Sorry, I'm not always good with my words. Skyrim sort of did that, but about as half-assed as it gets, and every other game just does weird, stupid bone and shadow magic. It calls it necromancy. I have a lisp suddenly. It calls it necromancy. The hate for this has gotten stronger ever since solo leveling rose in popularity. Because now, whenever you try to ask about games that let you summon hordes of the undead, people always immediately rage at you, saying, "You just want to copy solo leveling. And having such an overpowered ability would be stupid and completely ruin the game. So no one will ever let you weeaboos fulfill your solo leveling fantasies." Which is very annoying to me because I just want games to have what I remember from Diablo 2 long before solo leveling. I do actually like the solo leveling light novels. Yes, that is true. But my love of necromancy goes back way further. And what I really want is something that already existed, something that isn't impossible or unreasonable because I have seen it, I have played it, and I miss it. When Diablo 2 got its re-release, I actually did like a short stream of it. But yeah, so I finally got my hands on it again because our old original copy was a disc that vanished with the old family computer from my childhood. And so I immediately made a necromancer in the remake, as I always used to, and I had fun for a while. But it still leaves me wishing a more modern game would take up the mantle and put as much thought and effort into making a necromancer class that lets you summon swarms of skeletons again. Alright, let's go on to number 3. Superior crafted weapons. Superior being the keyword. A lot of games these days, you get the best weapons from boss drops or trading a supremely and poorly implemented weekly currency. Sorry, supremely shitty and poorly implemented weekly currency, or just having them in the cash shop. Sometimes you can find them in a treasure chest after completing a challenge, and I have to say, I hate that. I hate all of that. I hate it to the core of my being. I love blacksmithing. It fascinates me to no end. I listen to blacksmithing videos to fall asleep. It soothes me, honestly. I love the light clangs. It's like ASMR to me. Yeah, I want the strongest weapons in my games to be one I crafted with my own hands, with my name on it. I want the reward from those challenges and bosses to be crafted materials. I want the weekly currency system to go to hell with whoever decided to put it in a game and burn for eternity. Right against their flag. I want to live out my fantasy dream of being the ultimate legendary blacksmith who can craft the greatest weapon. I know crafting isn't for everyone, and I know the no-life losers addicted to the meta who need to be the strongest don't want to invest time into that and would rather just buy from the cash shop so their goldfish brains get the instant gratification of being uh, the strongest in the only world where they're not getting a squirrely. But that shit just ruins the game for me. Why even put blacksmithing in the game if every next boss I beat will drop the best weapon until I use it to beat the next boss for the next weapon? That isn't rewarding to me. That isn't meaningful to me. That isn't fun for me. It would be cool if you could get a legendary weapon from a challenge or a boss or a big end game, whatever, like super raid boss or something, I don't know. And then just study 3 of them or something to learn to make it yourself. And then you'd be able to roll ever so slightly higher stats for it on your own creation, and you would still be able to have the best weapon crafted by you. I'd be fine with that, even if the difference is literally only by 1 attack point. I'm just tired of playing games where everyone tells me I need to use this weapon or that weapon or whatever weapon from whatever dumbass challenge my casual ass doesn't want to do in order to keep up with my DPS. I want to use the weapons I crafted, that I had fun getting the materials for, that I have memories of getting excited about when the recipe was released in the new patch, and I have memories of chatting with my friends to pass the time while mindlessly gathering together. I want that to be my ultimate weapon. Not the shit I had to kill a raid boss 69 times with a party of brain dead randoms and win the loot roll on to obtain. I find that whole experience just miserable. And I know there are people who do like it, and that's fine. They have their game. They have 50 of their game. They are not starved for choice on that one. I just want one game that does it how I like it. Pretty please? Alright. So those are 3 things I like in games that it seems like other people don't. If you want to see a filthy casual at games and tell me to go work the forge in real time, you can catch me live on twitch.tv/Coco's Forge. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day and make good choices. And put cool weapon systems in games again. Alright, bye!